Good afternoon to all. In this semester, I will take your reverse engineering subject. So, in this lab, we are going ahead with the introduction of your subject, and then after what you need to carry it out in this particular subject that we will discuss. So, as you heard this term, reverse engineering, in IT companies, lots of approaches are there. Maybe you heard this term. One is software engineering, then after software re engineering, forward engineering, and reverse engineering. Have you heard any of these words before?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, which one?
Software engineering.
Okay, software engineering. Any other students? Okay, fine.
Reverse engineering as well, ma'am.
Okay, good. Fine. So, software engineering. According to you, what is software engineering?
Sorry, ma'am. Software engineering, it's the development of the software,
Okay, very good. Very
analyzing
good.
the requirements, building and testing the software.
Okay, fine, fine.
That's what I know.
Okay, good, very good, good, very good. Okay, so basically, software engineering is one kind of approach where you have to deal with developing a software. Okay, for example, if I'm saying that you all are the company people, okay, or just let take example of you are the person who are owning the business, okay, and I am the your customer. I want to build a website, so I'm coming to you, okay, like this particular website I want. Now, what is your steps? What you will do after communicating with me? So first step is basically communication. If I'm telling you that I want to build a home automation system or live traffic monitoring system, only title I'm giving to you, is it sufficient for you to develop entire software? Is it sufficient?
No,
No, no, no, ma'am.
no, ma'am.
No, fine. So what other information you require apart from title?
Requirements of the
Yes,
customers, like
yes,
their needs,
good,
and the traffic that our software can withstand, in like other needs, ma'am.
very good.
Everything that the customer wanted, we have to provide them.
Very good. So in software engineering, when you develop any of the software, either software maybe like either you develop a website, application, or any entire software, the process are same. Like first you need to communicate with your customer. So title is not sufficient. You need to gather all other aspects like the features of your system. Thereafter, what are the other functionality they want, overall costing part, okay, like we need to just tell them budget, right? So we need to first estimate it, and then after we need to tell them for this particular system, like 1 lakh or maybe the 70,000 rupees is required, okay. So that is called your communication phase, okay. Just a second, I'm just presenting my screen so it will help you. Just wait. I'm doing presenting. Okay, so basically, our first step is for developing any software, we have to go ahead with the communication and where we are gathering our requirement. Now, according to you, tell me when you gather all the requirement, now what is your next step to develop your software?
Design the prototype.
Yes, very good. So majority of the student, when you come in your seventh semester, you need to create a project. If you ask your seniors, so that they have to just go for this kind of thing, like they have to just first identify the functionalities, and then after they just go ahead with directly the design. Okay, but when you work in companies, between communication and design, one phase is there that is called the planning. In this planning phase, you need to estimate the cost as well as how many people is required to develop your software. That means your team size. Okay, that is depending on your project to project, because if complex project is there, team size may be huge. If small project is there, very less people are there in your project. So that is depending on company to company as well as project to project. Apart from that, you need to prepare the schedule. Now, can anybody tell me why the scheduling is important in any project? I want answer from everybody, so don't sit ideally. This is not subject where I just speak and you just listen it. Two-way communication is required. Yes, tell me why scheduling is important. Yes, that is called time management. If you are saying your customer that they need to complete this project within 10 months, and if we as a company, if we are taking it like a 1 year, so is it feasible? You are saying your customer that we will complete this project within 8 months or 9 months, but you are taking 1 year. Is it feasible?
No.
No. Everybody agree?
Yeah, agree,
Okay.
ma'am.
Yes,
Yes.
it.
Yes, very good. So basically, even when you go for the online shopping and estimate date is like 18 June, so you're waiting for your product, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you're waiting for a product, and if it is delayed, you continuously call the customer care why it is going to delay, right? So customers are always impatient. They want their product as early as possible. So whatever the deadline you given to your customer, you need to prepare the schedule so that everything is worked and the entire product you can finish it within the deadline. So that's why this planning phase is important. Now, as other students said that we are going ahead with the designing, yes, that is very important. Next phase is the modeling. In modeling, we prepare our overall design. For example, if you want to create the website of any of the applications, like take example of shopping, okay. So what you will design like my home pages look like this. Here, this section is there. At the end, footer will be there. At the top, logo will be there. At the bottom side of the home page, some navigations bar are there, right? So that way you are just preparing the entire design. Next, after designing, you will start coding. That means you will select different languages as per your preference and you will start the implementation. Yes or no? Yes,
Yes,
you are
ma'am.
doing, yes,
Yes,
you
yes,
are
yes,
doing,
ma'am.
yes. So in IT companies also, after creating the prototype, yes, sometimes in design phase, we are also creating the prototype. Okay, prototype means a model where we can see that how our actual product is look like. Okay, so sometimes we create the paperwork design, sometimes we create any model. Then after we go ahead with the coding part where we write the code for each and every different section. Afterwards, we have to go ahead with the testing of our software. Now, can you tell me what is the testing of our software?
To say that it is, if it is fully good, to give it to the
Okay,
customer.
okay, very good. Like we are checking that whatever we build, it is as per our customer requirement or not. Very good. One that is called, like in your next semester, you will learn the software engineering, where you will learn this kind of different types of tasting. Whatever you call, that is called acceptance tasting. Like either customer will accept our product or reject it. That is called acceptance tasting. Yes. So in tasting, we will check everything is working properly or not. If I'm clicking on login button, it should be tell me either error, or it should be redirect to the my home page if I'm giving the proper details or correct details then. Okay, so we will check all those things in the tasting part. And after tasting is done, generally I'm just giving you one scenario where in my company where I just work, what happened, I will write the code, then after a team is writing the code, then after we just give this particular module to our testing team, they will test our entire module. Okay, if any changes are there, they again come back to us as a developer team, will again modify it, and whatever the bugs and errors are there, we have to remove it, and again it go to the testing team. So once all the bugs and errors are removed and your software is error free, it is go for the QA team. So in companies, we have a quality assurance team. So quality assurance team will check it out. The overall quality of your software is maintained or not. Okay. So these things you will learn in your software engineering subject, but I'm just giving you some scenario like this way, the entire workflow is there in company. So after this two thing is done, then after we need to go ahead with the delivery of our software. Deployment means my working environment is different. Okay, my PC requirement and configuration are different. But when you install, everybody, which game are you playing right now? Which is the popular one?
PUBG.
PUBG.
Okay, fine. So in that game, generally when this particular game is deployed, then what happened? It is either working smoothly in every version of the Android, every version of the iOS, whatever the operating systems are there, they are supportable in that or not. So that is called the deployment. You are deploying your software or your application to the different aspects. Okay, because you created it in one configuration, but maybe the users are having a different configuration, so it is supportable or not. Okay, so that is called the deployment, where we deliver entire software to our users, and we also provide the support, right? Every different application software have their support. Okay, so we either need to go ahead with the calling or maybe the email ID through we just contact them, and afterwards we go ahead with the feedback. Based on feedback, we can improve the entire product. So these are the different steps you need to follow in software engineering. So this is all about the software engineering. Now, what is the reverse engineering? As the name suggests, reverse. Maybe something are reverse in this particular approach. What is that we will see. But tell me, have you heard this word and what is it? What is reverse engineering?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, tell me.
It's like taking something that has already been done
Very
and
good.
start from the opposite, like start from uh, development, construct, and then go back by
Okay.
seeing everything how it's done, and then do something similar to it.
Very good. Very good. Fine. Perfect. Okay. Reverse engineering is always used for either reconstruction or reformation of your existing product. Keep in mind this thing, reverse engineering is always applied to the existing product. Now, why you use the reverse engineering? Generally, if I'm giving you one example, uh, do you have any idea how to create a website?
Yes, ma'am, of course.
Okay, fine. So in that website creation, what is your approach? You will start from scratch or you are using the templates? Or what we can say the frameworks. What is your approach? You start from scratch or you will use the template?
We can do both,
Both.
depending on the person.
Yes, yes. Okay. Now, as a third semester, fourth semester, and fifth semester student, right now you are in learning phase. Right now, you are in learning phase. You don't know much about the PHP. You don't much about the different frameworks. So, what is your approach? You always start with the scratches. Okay, you will start from scratch, and then after you go step by step with creation of the design. But once you understand this particular different languages like PHP, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, all those different things, if you understand it properly, it is very easy for you to work with the template. Okay. So what is template? Template is one kind of, we can say it will provide you one structure, how your website is look like. So if you are using the template, will it save your time or not?
Yes, it will save.
Yes, agree everybody, like if you use the template or framework, it will save your time because it will provide you the ready-made structure. Now, how you apply the reverse engineering here? That is what happened. Like you already download the food related template where the food recipes and images of the food is there. Okay, we are applying reverse engineering here. I'm giving one example. Okay, so food related template, you download it freely, it is available, so you download it. Now, what is your step? Generally, when you go ahead with the reverse engineering, the first step is to analyze the existing product or the process or the software. So whatever the template you downloaded, you will analyze this template. What you will do here, so you will see different files, you will see different code, like this particular code is for which section, because if you want to edit it, so you have to understand it first. Okay, so what you do, you will understand the code. From that you get to know, okay, this section is for sidebar, this section is for menu bar, this section is for footer, this section is for header. Okay, so what you are doing, so in reverse engineering, your first step is analyze your existing system. After analyzing your existing system, you have to gather the information regarding the design. So by looking to the code, I get to know, okay, just a second, I'm taking one example. Okay, I hope everybody know the inspect element, right? So we have a better idea about it. Okay, I'm going ahead with the inspect element of this website. Okay, see, generally when you download this particular template, this kind of code is there. So the students who are saying that you need to start from the scratch, it is fine, because if you start with the scratch, you have an idea like what is this div, okay, that is a div tag. What is this particular class stands for? Okay, so you start from scratch, then you get a lot of information. But once you are habituated with this part and you are experienced in this particular HTML, CSS, it's better to go ahead with the template. It will save your time. Okay, so here the code is given to you. See, lots of code is there. Okay, so as a freshers, you don't understand all the code. So you need to learn the PHP, you need to learn the HTML, CSS. After you learn these languages, now you get to know, okay, this particular div is saying this section. Okay, so out of this code, I get to know this particular code stands for this particular buttons. So what I'm doing right now, I'm analyzing my system and I'm gathering the information from that regarding my design. Okay, this is your one design. This is your second section. Okay, for this particular thing, I'm going ahead with the other part. See. So what you are doing, you are going in reverse way. You have already code, you will analyze it. Now, why you are doing this? Many reasons are there. First reason is either you want to improve your product. Okay, either you want to modify your product, either you want to remove all the existing bugs. Okay, so So once you gather all the design, okay, when you go ahead with the food related template, so you gather the design, now you gather the specification. So by looking to this page, I get to know, okay, this page is giving the information regarding the mask for gaming. Okay, so that is called my specification part. Now you can tell me this image is related or not. Same. We analyze our code. From the code, we extract the design. We get to know different sections, and from that we gather the requirements. Is it relatable or not? Whatever example I give previously. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, this is called reverse engineering. So you have a code, okay, from that you gather the design, you gather the requirement, because every time this is not scenario like whatever code is given to you, out of that code directly you can come to the requirement. Okay, in companies complex code are there, so you need to analyze it, extract the design from that, like different sections in your one page, and then after you will get to know, okay, this is functionality of my entire system. Now, why this particular thing is necessary? Why we require directly code, and why we need to do in reverse way? Okay, now giving you another example. For example, I'm taking one student name Vikas is there. Okay, Vikas and me are the competitor companies. Okay, and because company already launched one car. Okay, now my company feel very stressful environment. Why? Because that particular company already launched a car. Now I want to make similar feature kind of car, but not same, because copyright issues are there. Okay, so what I will do, whatever the features of Vikas company car already produced, I will analyze that car. I will go for the entire feature. I will go for what kind of material they used. Then after, what I will do, I will change that material, whatever the drawbacks of existing, whatever the drawbacks of Vikas company's car already produced, whatever the drawbacks and challenges they are facing, I will remove that challenges. And I will modify some design, and that way I will create my own brand new car. So this is the actual scenario in real time. Although most of the competitive companies are doing this way. If I'm saying that, is there any similar kind of game, same as a PUBG? Any?
Yes, India's new brand, Battleground.
Okay, fine. Yes, it's there, right? So what they will do? What is their approach? They will start from the scratch. Then it will take too much time. At that time, PUBG will add more features also. So what they will do, whatever the PUBG's features are there, they will analyze it. They will just go for the entire some modification, and they will create their own game. This is called the reverse engineering. Are you understanding in real time also? Not only in our domain, but in other domain, like go for the automobile, go for the civil, go for the electrical. In other branches also, this reverse engineering is applied. So any doubt up to here?
No, ma'am. Everything is clear.
No, ma'am.
Okay, fine. If you have any doubt, you can ask anytime, okay? I'm giving you more example because this subject is not that kind of thing where I just pick up every theory. Okay, it's good for you to just cope up with different example, and that way you can understand it. Okay, this is called the reverse engineering. Now, what happened? I extract the template, I gather the requirement from that. Now, whatever the template I downloaded, I have to convert it in my system. For example, restaurant management system. Okay, so what I will do here, whatever the requirement I gather from this food template, I will modify this requirement. Okay, and it should be as per the restaurant management system, like booking of table, appointment, reserve the table, then whatever the offers and discount notifications are there, availability or timings, all those things are there in restaurant management system. So what I will do here, I will modify my requirements and based on the modification and requirement, I will create the design and again start the coding. So whatever this approach you are just following, that is called the forward engineering. Okay, this side it's called a reverse engineering. Whatever the modification you did in your requirement, and based on that, when you go ahead with the coding, designing, and all those things, this is called the forward engineering. Now, the biggest confusion is that I'm asking you one question. Like, see, in this figure, okay, this is in this figure also, we have to go ahead with first a requirement, then after designing, and then after we need to go ahead with the coding. So this is the software engineering. Now see here, this figure also like have a requirement, then we go ahead with the designing, and then we go ahead with the coding. So software engineering and forward engineering is same or not? Apply your till now knowledge and tell me, is it same software engineering and forward engineering, or it is different?
And the approach of software engineering is like the same as the forward engineering. The
Can
approach
you,
is.
yes, your voice is somewhat in between breaking. Can you repeat it, Yograj?
And the approach of designing any software is same as the forward engineering. So I think they are same.
Okay, okay, fine. Okay, I'm just checking the answers also. There is same, no. Vikas is saying no. Why you're saying no?
When because in engineering they know about something about the software,
Okay,
but in software engineering they will start from scratch.
very good, very good, very good. Fine. Okay. Now, when you look overall, it's look like same, but it is not same. Why? Because software engineering is always performed on through the scratch part. Okay, you don't have a previous product also. Major difference is, keep in mind, forward engineering is always applied after reverse engineering. Once you do the reverse engineering, and then you can apply the forward engineering. So standalone, it will not exist. You cannot directly apply to any product forward engineering. But in case of software engineering, you can apply to any product. You don't require any existing product. Okay, but in case of forward engineering, you require some product because you just go ahead with the reformation or reconstruction of the existing software. Okay, so keep in mind, software engineering standalone is exist, but forward engineering standalone is not exist, because you need to go for first reverse engineering, and then you can go for the forward engineering, and for that you require the existing product. Directly you cannot go for the forward engineering. So this is the biggest difference, but the steps are same, but difference is different. Difference is quite very small. Okay, you need to just identify that. Fine. Now, when you merge this reverse engineering and forward engineering, then it is called the re-engineering. That is called re-engineer your product. Okay, you tell me, when the initial version of PUBGs are there and latest version of the PUBG, what is the difference in that? How much this particular application or game improved? Just look into the initial version of PUBG and the latest version of PUBG.
Famous, ma'am.
Too much different? What kind of thing they improve? Like whatever the customer's challenges are there, whatever the customer feedback they take, depending on that, they will again and again improve it. Okay, so what they do, whatever the first version of PUBGs are there, code is already available. They just modify again the requirement and apply the forward engineering and create the new version of your PUBG. Are you understanding? Now, what is a reverse engineering? What is a forward software? These are the different approaches. Okay. And even in next semester, you will learn software engineering, where you will learn this re-engineering, forward and reverse engineering. So I hope up to here, is there any doubt? What is reverse engineering? Why we
Everything
required
is
it?
clear, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Okay, so this is the basic introduction of this particular subject. Now we are going ahead with the syllabus part, how your syllabuses look like. So as we discussed, the objective is to go for the reconstructing and reformation of the existing product. Okay, now I'm just explaining you the teaching scheme. As you can see, there is no mid-semester, no any final written exam for this particular subject. In this subject, only you need to do is Viva will be there and term work will be there. And each component has a 25 mark, so total 50 mark subject is there. And I can say this subject is one of the scoring subject. It will improve your marks based on your Viva and term work you give to me. Now, one important thing that I want to tell you, even you just pass this information, like specifically all the international students, just pass this information to your friends who are there in A batch, even your classmate, that we need to complete this particular subject on or before 31st July. That is the next month, end of the next month. We need to complete this particular subject on or before 31st July. Okay, so I am right now just focusing right now because I will tell you the plan of this particular subject. Now in this subject, we have a term work which contains the 25 mark. So what you have to do for term work? So you have to prepare one report. You have to prepare one report. In this report, only 2 tasks you need to carry out. Only 2 tasks you need to carry out. I already created the classroom. I hope everybody got the invitation link for Google
Yes, ma'am.
Classroom.
I have got.
Okay, fine. So I already uploaded this report format there. You can refer it. Now, one by one, we are just going ahead with this part. So our first task is case study of 4 different disciplines based on the reverse engineering. That means you need to find out 4 different case study where reverse engineering is applied. If I'm giving you one example, like whatever the operating systems are there, so reverse engineering is applied. Okay, so you just need to go ahead with the detailed study of this kind of case study, and you need to prepare one report for that. So basically 4 different case studies you need to identify, and out of this 4, at least one case study must be from our domain. Other 3, you can choose any, like you want to go ahead with the automobile or any other different aspect, it's fine. But at least a minimum one case study must be from our department, that is CEIT AI Big Data. So that is our first task. Okay, now not your batch was there, fine. Now when you just find out how you will go ahead with the case study identification, I will tell you the process for it. So there are different approach you can follow. You can directly search about it, like case study based on reverse engineering. You will find lots of article, and you just search about it properly. You just read it and you can include in report. That is a one way. Okay, don't directly copy the entire information, because we have a viva, we have a presentation for the subject. So at that time you need to explain me everything. Okay, so make sure read it properly. So one approach is like this. You can just go ahead with whatever the previous products are there where reverse engineering is applied. You can take those case studies. Next is you can use this particular platform. Though directly we cannot say here reverse engineering is applied, but you need to apply your knowledge. Okay. Now here different sections are there. Inside that, again this. Let's wait. How to find the case studies? I'm telling you that is your first task and that you need to carry it out in next lab itself. So we are discussing that. Okay, when you open that link, you will find this kind of home page. Whatever the link I paste in the chat box, you will find this kind of home page. Now we need to go ahead with the design and technology part. So just click on that. Here, explore design or explore technology. Anything you can take. I'm just going ahead with the explore design. You will see around 45,000 projects are there, and where your different design related or modify their own existing design, and they just improve the entire version of the product. Okay. So if I'm giving you one example, right now COVID-19 situation is there, right? Everybody is wearing mask. So when you wear N95 mask, you tell me what kind of issues you face when you wear the mask. Tell me. What issues
What's the
are you
question, ma'am?
facing?
Please again.
Okay. What are you facing problems when you wear a mask? Or what are the different difficulties are you facing when you wear a mask? Okay, some students are answering it's uncomfortable. Yes, very good. Breathing problems you will face. It's fine. We can feel like suffocation is there. Yes, face
According
itching.
to me, ma'am, a
Yes, yes.
glass, when I wear a glass, when I breathe, it becomes blurry.
Yes, yes. That also the problems is faced by most of the people. Okay, yes, good. Then after skin related problems are there if you wear the mask for 5 to 6 hours continuously. Whenever you are outside, at that time you will feel the redness in your skin. Maybe 2 days back, I feel that particular thing. Yes, that is the biggest challenge. It is hard to speak clearly. Right now, I'm taking the lecture, so I need to just put off my mask because if I'm wearing my mask, then you cannot hear me properly. Post is high, okay. So these are the different issues you are facing. Now, how you will apply reverse engineering here? We need to improve this product, right? Our product is already existing. Now we need to improve it. So we can apply reverse engineering here. Now apply your thoughts and tell me, what is your process for going to go ahead with the reverse engineering?
Ma'am, first of all, we will see the product that we want to use to start with it,
Okay, fine. So
and
you
then
will,
and then
yes, go ahead.
and then we will see what is the problem that we are facing and try to solve them with the best solutions.
Okay,
After we done the solutions, we want to test if it is the problem is solved or not. And after we see if the problem is solved, we produce the product and give it to people.
okay, fine. So, what is our approach? Generally, when we apply the reverse engineering, what we are doing, we are dissembling the product. Why we are disassembling product? We need to examine or we need to study the existing one. So, for example, whatever the N95 mask we are wearing right now, we need to just check it out. What are the different layers? Like in that, 3 layers are there. Okay, so you need to disassemble that mask, how the actual design is made. Okay, because this particular thing is helpful when you create the new version of this mask. Okay, so what you will do, how we will apply the reverse engineering here. So first we will purchase one N95 mask. We will disassemble it. So we will check it out. What are the different layers are there? What are the other clips they are using it? Okay, and that way we will disassemble it. Afterwards, we will study this entire different layers. That means which material is used in first layer, which material is used in our upper side of cover. Okay, so that way we will study the entire material details. After studying this one, I get to know like this material is somewhat not comfortable, or maybe it is harmful to our skin also. Okay, so once you get the information regarding your material, you just extract the information from that. Now what you will do, you will modify the entire requirement. Okay, because we are going in reverse way. So what we will do, we will modify this particular design. Now the majority of the student is saying that it's uncomfortable. Second is when I just speak at the time, it is not properly understood by other person. So this kind of issues are there. Now everybody is playing PUBG, where you need to speak up continuously. You need to chat with your friends. At that time, if you are outside, you need to compulsory wear the mask, and due to that, the opponent cannot hear you properly. Maybe most of the student will face this issue. Now, what this particular project already did the, just a second. Yes, from our case study, I will explain it. First of all, just go ahead with general case study so that you have a better idea about it. Okay. Regarding our case study example, our department case study example, I didn't give you. So once this case study will complete, we will switch to that. Okay. Fine. So what is our approach? We study our existing mask. Then after we get to know this particular design is too much suffocating. So when I improve this particular product, I have to modify my requirement. I have to modify my feature. So what this particular person who invent this mask did, so basically design is look like this, and they put a material such a way that it's soundproof. Here you can adjust your entire belt also, so you don't have to wear it on your ear. So there's no burden to your ear. It's adjustable. You can wear it backside of your neck. Here the headset compatible is there. Okay, when you wear the normal mask, and then after if you wear the headset, it's become too complex. Fine, so they just prepare the design such a way that if you want to go ahead with the gaming purpose, you can wear this one. Even it's soundproof. Even here space is there, so that skin related problems we can avoid it. So see, this is the principle how the sound blocking is not there here. See, these are the different layers, and each and every layers, one is for heat dissipation, so that we don't have a skin related issues. One is regarding sound absorption, waterproof. Okay, so that way the different layers is work, and this mask is entirely built. Okay, so here they are not directly saying that reverse engineering is applied, but I give you one example, like existing product is there. Then after what we do, we go into the reverse way, and we just go ahead with the new design of the mask, and which solve the entire problems which we faced earlier. Are you understanding? So this is the another approach to find out the case study. You can use this platform. Like this is a very good, because here images are given to you, principles is given to you. So whatever the existing product is there, mask is already there. So you already improved it this way. So this platform will also help you to go ahead with the reverse engineering case study, but you need to apply your own knowledge. Like in each and every case study, reverse engineering concept must be applied. So you need to write like this. Even if you have your own idea and you want to apply the reverse engineering there, so you can write the entire situations and put some images, and that way you can prepare the report. So up to here, do you have any doubts how you have to create the case study for other domain?
Everything is clear, ma'am.
Okay. Now when you prepare the case study, just a second, I'm just giving you some idea what you will include. Okay. So first of all, you need to include the information about existing product software. Okay. Next is material and the internal information. Analyze internal information. Then after challenges faced by existing product. Okay. Then after redefine your requirements. We redefine it because mask is too much uncomfortable. It's too much suffocating. So we refine or we just redefine our requirements. Then after create design of modified version like PUBG and the mask that I just show you in slide. Okay. Then put some images for that design and benefits. Okay, so this way you can just include this particular information. Apart from that, any other information, if you read it, you can add it, but this kind of thing you can add for every case study. So is there any doubts up to here? This way you can add all the information and one by one you need to go ahead with the 4 different case study. Okay. Now, regarding one student is asking about our domain case study. So I'm giving you one example, like what kind of our domain case studies are there. So reverse engineering is always applied on the case study that is a cyber security. You can easily find out this case study. Okay. Next one, it's reverse engineering is always applied when you just launch or develop any new operating system because features are same, but we need to go ahead with the improvement of the existing operating system. Now, what we are doing when we go ahead with the security part. So the steps is I will demo this particular thing in next lab. Generally, when you apply the reverse engineering in a security part. So for example, one application is there, but this application required a password. Or maybe everybody know about the how to find out the cracked versions. Okay, so I hope you know what is hacking, ethical hacking. Anyone you have any idea ethical hacking? Or have
What
you?
is it now?
I'm writing there.
Yes, of course, ma'am.
Okay, so what you will do when you have to crack the any password of application? What is your steps for that? Phishing. Okay. Next, is there any other answers? Brute force, inject database. Okay, like SQL injections are there. So what you are doing? Can I say whatever the existing code is there, you are analyzing and you are just putting and modifying the existing code, and that way you are making the entry to the system. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, whatever keep in mind in entire software, either it is like a Google software that is made by Google or any software, keep in mind whatever the hackers are there, they are always good enough to find out the loopholes, and through that loopholes they make the entry to the system. So in every different software, the loopholes are always exist, and through that attacker are always attacking to that system. Like right now, lots of news come across that Twitter data is leaked, Facebook data is leaked, right? So what is it? They are going right with the penetration to the system through the loopholes. Okay, that is known to the hacker. So how the reverse engineering is applied here? So you will analyze the code. Code is already with you. You will analyze the code. Okay. When you analyze here, at that time you need to use some reverse engineering tools. Okay, lots of reverse engineering tools are available. When you go ahead with the hacking, also different tools you need to use. Okay, so here we will use some reverse engineering tools. That is our task 2. That is our task 2, where we will use, and I will give you the demo, like how reverse engineering tool is helpful to you. So you have to at least study and give the demo of 2 different reverse engineering tool. Okay, and in that what you will do, the code is there. You have to apply the reverse engineering tool. Then after we will find out the loopholes, and then after, from when you find out the loopholes, you enter to that system very easily. Okay, and we go ahead with either the permutation and combination, and we just find out the password. Okay, and that way password identification is there because you are using this tool. So this tool will help you to go ahead into the system, and this way reverse engineering is applied in our domain. Are you understanding now?
Yes, ma'am.
This is one example, but if you go ahead with the operating system example, so when Windows are there, right? Lots of other operating systems are there. So whenever Android operating system is launched, at that time they definitely re-engineer the Windows. Okay, they re-engineer the previously used operating system and make the new particular operating system for the mobile phones. So you can read out different case study and you have to prepare one report. Okay, and the second task that I will give you the demo of this second task, how you can apply the reverse engineering tools. So basically you have to find out 2 tools and go ahead with the demo part. One tool you can take, which I will explain to you. Another you need to explore it by your own self, and that way total 6 things we need to do: 4 case studies and 2 tools, and make, just combine these 2 tasks and make the report. That is your term work. So once you submit me report, yes, keep in mind you need to submit the report on or before 15th July. So you have 1 month. So the students who are absent or continuously absent in previous semester also, tell them after 31st July, no one will take their term work and viva. And it is not acceptable. It's instruction from the HOD sir. Okay, so make sure, tell them they need to complete everything on or before 31st July. And term work, you need to complete it on or before 15th July. Okay, I give you the task. When you come into the next lab, you need to find out the case study titles and explain me. We go ahead with the discussion on the case study that you already find out. Now keep in mind, for this activity, we go ahead with the group activity. So you can make a group of maximum 3 people is allowed. You can go ahead with the group activity here, and maximum 3 person is allowed here. I already shared one sheet with you. Okay, in that you need to write it down, your group details and your case study title. If you just open that sheet, I already shared it with you. So batch wise, you are from A batch, right? So in A batch sheet, you need to go ahead and write the group details and case study title. So that is your first task. When you come into the next lab, we will go ahead with the discussion of case studies that you select. And then I will give you the demo of the reverse engineering tool. Once we finish this 2 tasks, we go ahead with the third task, that is the presentation. So you need to prepare the PPT, which include these 2 tasks, like 4 case study summary and 2 reverse engineering tools demo you need to give. So based on this presentation, your viva marks is evaluated, that is out of 25. Okay, that you internally decide which member you want and make an entry in the sheet. Okay, is it clear everybody regarding reverse engineering? Report you need to
Yes,
submit.
ma'am.
Okay, report you need to submit on or before 15th July. keep in mind, you can just go ahead with the parallel activities also. Like I am giving you one task based on case study. So try right now, just try to prepare the case study one by one and prepare the report for it. And that way you can complete easily on or before 15th July. Okay, this particular report format is already uploaded in your Google Classroom. So check it your Google Classroom, there you will find this particular file. And you can use this particular platform, but you need to just apply reverse engineering concept and make the entire your own case study. Like I already give you the example of N95 mask and how we convert this particular mask. So that way you need to explain it by your own self. Yes, different discipline. Maybe you can just take automobile, like car related example you can take. See here, this one is colony cleanup, bag is there. So you can take any of the example that is not from our domain also. That's fine, but at least one must be from our domain. Other three you can take any, like car. Then after, I already put the example in your sheet. Okay, operating system, cyber security, car, nail cutter, where you can apply the reverse engineering also. Is it clear, Suman? When you search out, because when you search out, you will find a lots of case studies. Okay, regarding this case study, I explain you, but I cannot just tell you like what to write in your paragraphs. I can say the way only. I cannot say in one first paragraph you need to write this, in second paragraph you need to write this. I told you that for each and every case study you need to include this information. So you can take the screenshot. Yes, it should be in detail. Okay, this information you can include in your case studies if you go ahead with this particular platform. Otherwise, if you directly find out the case study, all the information is there. So you need to just arrange the information and understand that information. Dear, task 2 we didn't yet discuss, that we discuss in next lab. So don't worry about task 2. Right now only think about task 1, because here we need to apply the reverse engineering tools. I will give you the demo, then after you can go for it. But right now don't go ahead with the task 2, only go ahead with the task 1. So don't think about task 2 as of now. No page range is specified, but make sure it should look like a report. It should at least contain 20 page. Okay, like if you just contain 10 page, it is not like a report. So when you just add images, it will definitely come up to the 20 page. This, I already uploaded this one. See, this page is same. This page you don't have to edit it, same as it is. And from here, task 1 is your this one. So copy this particular thing here and paste here. That is your title. And afterwards, whatever your case study title is there, like case study on operating system where reverse engineering is applied. Okay, so this is your title. Or you can write this way also. Case study on operating system. Then after you need to write down about that entire case study. That's it. PDF file. You need to submit always everything. Report always submit in PDF. Don't ask in any faculty regarding that. Report itself, it say that you need to submit it in PDF. You need to go ahead with the case study of 4 different topics. Out of 4, 1 must be your domain. That is your computer IT, AI, big data domain. So total 4 case studies are there. See, it is mentioned here. And whatever the font size and all the instructions are written here, so you can just go for it. Okay, it's already arranged. You need to just change your page number, enrollment number here. That's it. And whatever the font size are there. Yes, make sure whenever you add paragraph, use this one that is called justify. Okay, justify your text. See, otherwise it will not look properly. That's why. So this way you have to prepare the report. Now tell me any doubts up to this.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes,
Ma'am, in a group there are 3 person, right?
yes,
And we have 4 case studies. So
yes.
we have to do like if a person is doing task 1, he can only do 1 case study, or he have to do all the 4 case study done by his team.
No, you are the like one is group leader. Like group leader will distribute the task among team member. Like one is go for 1 case study, one is go for 2, and another is go for 1 case study. So different case studies are combined, and 4 case studies you can prepare. That is up to you how you will distribute the work. But when presentation are there,
Okay,
at that time, whenever presentations are there, at that time I will ask questions to the every person. So I get to know, okay, this person do a little more work, this person don't do anything. So when presentation are there, at that time I will get to know.
okay, ma'am.
Maybe
So we have to do all the 4 tasks, right? In our
Yes,
this whatever we are seeing right now, like this docs file. In this docs file, we have to do task 1, title case study on operating system. And suppose
yes,
someone else in the team is doing for ethical hacking, then for ethical hacking, and someone is doing for mechanical, then for mechanical,
yes,
like that, right?
yes,
But
yes. That way
every
four.
member should do for the 4 case
Yes,
study, right?
not every
Okay, ma'am.
per
Clear.
group
Thank
four
you.
case study. Per group 4 case study.
Yeah, ma'am.
4 case study.
For
Okay,
group
fine.
4 case studies, so
Yes,
like every person in the group should have at least 4 case study in his assignment, right? Or that document
yes,
docs, right?
Yes, yes, Amit.
yes.
Okay, okay.
and
Okay,
when do I have to
you
submit you? So you.
you your
What is the deadline, ma'am?
deadline is 15th July, but you just start preparing by right now, because when you come in next lab, I will ask everybody the title, at least whatever the case study you
So
decide.
in task one, ma'am, there are 4 case studies, right?
Yes,
And task two and task three, you haven't mentioned it, no?
no, that we
Okay.
will discuss in next lab. Right now, just focus on this part only. Okay, deadline is you all the tasks we need to complete 15th July on or before. But if you just start preparing right now, you don't have a load at the last moment. That's why I'm saying that when we come in next lab, at least identify 4 different case studies. We will discuss it so that I get to know you are going in right direction or not. Fine. Any doubts up to here?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So basically, again, I'm saying that 4 case studies per group. That means if in one group 3 people is there, so they have to mutually decide who will perform which particular case study. Okay. For example, me, then Sangram, and just take any of the another 2 student example. Okay, we 3 are one group. So I will prepare 2 case study. Sangram will prepare 1 case study, and another person will also prepare 1 case study. So that way, per group, total 4 case study will be prepared. So divide your task. Don't do alone. Otherwise, other 2 person will not do anything, because at the time of Viva, I get to know this person is do what they did or not. Fine. Okay, so that's it for today. When you come in next lab, make sure in the sheet you need to make the entry. So you have to make entry in A batch. You need to just form the entire group, just provide the details of the group, and just write the title in the sheet. Those are just example. Whatever the sheet I shared it with you, those are the example. That way you need to write it down. Yes, yes. In sheet, any one member can enter entire details of their group. That's fine. But keep in mind when you upload the report, every individual students have to upload it, not an only one team member. Okay, so upload the report individually. Though the content are same, but upload it individually because that is your final submission. That's why. So you can choose one case study from our domain, other three from any other domain. So that is up to you. Okay, I'm taking the attendance. Enrollment number 94. 94. Now just pay attention on the attendance. Not there. 96. Okay, thank you. 96, 97. Yograj. Yograj is not there. Enrollment, I'm just asking last 4 digit. Okay, so we, just a second. Just wait, Ahmad. I'm just going ahead with the attendance. Then after I will share the sheet. Okay, just wait for some time. Yes, enrollment number 3117. Mahima. Last 3 digit is enough, but most of the students are absent. Okay, 120. Sangram.
Ma'am, present, ma'am.
Okay, 123.
Yes, ma'am.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Just wait. If your enrollment number is gone, then just wait. Okay, 24. 126. Suman. 126. Suman. Not there.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, 127.
Yes, ma'am.
132.
Yes, ma'am.
131. Imran. Not there. 103. Ibisa.
Yes,
One,
yes, ma'am.
okay, 137. Sudarshan.
Yes, ma'am.
142. Daniel. 119.
Present, ma'am.
153. Okay, Daniel. 153. Milan. Ariel. Not there. 158. Sagni. Okay, 169. Not there.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, 181.
No, 169, ma'am. Ma'am.
Yes, yes, fine. 181. Ahmad Issa. 182. 187. 189. 194. 195.
195, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. 195 is present. Fine. 197.
Yes, ma'am. 197.
Okay. Then after 202, Rahim. 204. 205. 206. 207.
Yes, ma'am.
208. 207. Is present 207.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. 208. 212 is on.
Yes, ma'am.
Um,
Present.
okay. 213, 213,
Yes, ma'am. Present.
214, 216. Okay. Now anyone remaining for attendance? One is Yograj. Fine. Just write it down your enrollment number if you present and just write it down because due to your poor network connection, I'm unable to hear you. That's why. Okay, Yograj, fine. 117, Mahima, fine. 3181. You already present, Ahmad. 97. Yes, Yogaraj, I already marked you present. Okay, thank you all. Have a nice day. You can leave the meeting
Thank you, ma'am.
Mom, I lost the connection.
Thank you, ma'am.
one by one. Yes, Allah.
Yes, mom.
Do you have any doubt? Okay, just a second. I'm just sharing that
Yes,
sheet.
mom. 3216. I lost the connection.
3216. Okay,
Yes.
fine. Okay, Ahmad, just wait. I'm opening that sheet, which I shared it with you. You want to just go ahead with that sheet, right, Ahmad?
Yeah, ma'am, because I lost the connection for a while, so I missed many things, I guess.
No, in that sheet, you need to just make the entry. And for each and every case study, you need to just include this information. Just a second, I'm presenting that one. Okay, you need to include this information. See, just take the screenshot. I'm sharing my screen. See, the highlighted one. You need to include this information for each and every case study. And the sheet which I share it with you. Just a second. In that, you need to write it down the group details and your case study title.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, is there any doubt
No,
now?
clear.
Okay, fine.
Just
Okay,
the link of the sheet.
I already share it with you. Just a second, I'm again here presenting my screen so that you got a look of it.
Okay.
See, my screen is visible now. See, you are from A batch, so you need to write it down here, your group number, that is 123. Then after enrollment number of your group mates, the name, your batch is A, and this way. This is the example I given. Okay, you can choose any other. 4 different case study title, you can go for it. It's fine. Now,
Okay.
I already
Okay.
share
Yeah.
it with
Fine.
you. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, all the students, you can leave.